What's up guys, I'm Malcolm. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with less than 4 weeks out physique update of the former Miss Olympia Derek Lunsford. So did Derek get enough credit on his calf's development? I mean, just look at that calf in the side chest. So when Derek won the Olympia back in 2023, there were a lot of people who disagreed with that decision. And the bodybuilding community in general have been more eager to pinpoint his weaknesses. And people just do not talk enough about his strengths. And even though the lighting is pretty bad here, but those calves are definitely his strengths. Now anyone who was doubting his conditioning in some of his previous updates, they just would not be in any kind of doubt after watching him train his shoulders in his most recent training update. And this is what I'm talking about. Throughout 2024, we were all so concerned about him not having enough lines, enough striations in the chest and in the shoulders specifically. And looking at him right now, the man did a superb job carving out more detail in those specific areas. So based on his recent physique update, people are still gonna say that he looks still kind of behind for 4 weeks out. But again, I have got to say, you have to understand, the lighting plays a huge role on the overall outcome, especially of a picture. The side leg looks very impressive, but even if we look back at his Olympia look, his side shorts, his side look was just amazing. The man still had all the detail there before, even when he wasn't peak right. So Derek was working with Chris Cormier, and Cormier's expertise, they are with posing and presentation. So we do notice Derek hitting the side chest a bit differently here, especially with the hand positioning. So Derek is leaving New York more fired up than ever, and these next few weeks, leading into this upcoming Arnold, they are gonna be very interesting. And I believe this is gonna be a very interesting battle between him and Samson Michael. Guys, Mr. Olympia Signature Series is now live on hostel.com. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% discount and click the arrow below to check out all the hostel products. Next up, we have an update of the Mona Lisa of bodybuilding, Andrew Jacked. So the man casually rowing 3.5 plates and saying nothing crazy is just iconic. And we have to keep in mind, the man is just under 4 weeks out of this upcoming Arnold.
So warm-up set. Warm-up set? We haven't started yet.
So there has been special focus on adding more thickness and density to Andrew's back during this Arnold prep. And contrary to 90% of the people, including IFB pros, who cannot build muscle, especially during the prep, Andrew's genetics allow him to do that. Now the man really did not have an off-season after the Olympia last year, as Andrew was the first one to commit to doing this upcoming Arnold. And with the Olympia not going that well for him, he was hungry to get back on the stage and redeem himself. And if we talk about pure aesthetics and the structure, then Andrew, we all know, matches up with the winning Miss Olympia, Samson Michael, a lot better than Derek Lunsford. So the problem is that Andrew isn't even close to beating both Samson and Derek in the side shots. And the fact is, he cannot beat Derek Lunsford from the back either. I do not believe that the thickness in his side shots will be there at this upcoming Arnold stage. But his back at Texas Pro, that looked pretty damn good, especially in comparison to Samson Michael, especially that back double biceps. So if he wins those first 3 shots, which are the front relaxed, the front double biceps, and the front lat spread, and then he wins the abs and thigh as well, and close the gap on the back shots, or possibly win 1 or 2, he could really be fighting for this upcoming Arnold title. So the good thing is that Andrew, we all know, isn't gonna play the size game anymore. Which means one thing, he isn't gonna intentionally try to come in bigger, like he did for the Olympia. But we have to keep in mind the man still looks huge. Now, I won't be surprised if he is close to 310 pounds right now, and he is close to 300 pounds on the stage. Guys, Gorilla Wear is offering a massive discount of up to 70% right now. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% extra discount. Next up, we have a flat and a depleted physique update of Michael the Bull, the Saharan Eagle. So the man has been looking bigger than ever, and that's the thing, making weight and fitting into classic physique category. That doesn't do him that good, because he loses a lot of size and a lot of muscle. And I have to say some wow factor as well, trying to make that weight cutoff for classic. I mean, the man is already looking absolutely peeled and ripped to the bone. But he still has 10 more pounds to lose, which I'm sure he will, because the man is a veteran in classic physique and a top Olympian for so many years now. But will he be able to outmuscle a guy like Mike Sommerfeld? And Wesley Wizards, well, he surely has the ability to outcondition all of them, but those guys are also so damn huge and massive. So Michael the Bull is the biggest threat to Mike Sommerfeld at this upcoming Arnold, Ohio, and that's solely based on his placing at this past Miss Olympia, where he was able to beat Wesley Wizards and place top 7, and he is the highest placing guy in this year's Arnold lineup after Mike Sommerfeld. And make no mistake, the man is entering this show with a very strong ambition to win this upcoming Arnold title. In fact, Michael the Bull wants to make 2025 the most memorable year of his pro career, and I can guarantee that no classic physique pro is gonna compete more than Michael the Bull in 2025. Next up, we have an update from Martin Fitzwater, who has been more focused on putting on more density in the back department since Prague Pro last year. So a response to Nick Walker on his statement that Martin could not even beat him at his worst, and he won't even touch him at his best. So a response is due from Martin's side, because the thing is, Nick made it sound like he is still way ahead of Martin, a guy who just placed top 4 in the world in his first try. So we have to keep in mind, there isn't gonna be just pressure on Nick Walker for this comeback at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, but there is gonna be pressure on Martin Fitzwater as well, because he's no longer the underdog. I mean, the man had one of the most successful years as a rookie, as an Olympian last year, and anything less than 4th at the Olympia this year, that is gonna feel like a big disappointment. And Martin has also made his intentions very clear that he will be top 3 this year. So Martin's approach to 2025, that is totally different and very smart. Normally, a guy would just utilize all this time, the entire year, to make the maximum gains and just focus on the Olympia. But Martin, on the other hand, he wants to earn some money and wants to earn some big paychecks this year, starting with winning Pittsburgh Pro and $100,000, and then on to Dubai Pro. Now, it is gonna be a totally different Martin than what we saw at last year's New York Pro. So, all that talk is good for the sport. It hypes up the event, it engages the fans more. But Nick Walker has to back all that up on the stage with his performance. Mike Sommerfeld marked these pictures as the last ones before this year's Arnold. In fact, his first ever Arnold Classic. And what a point it is in Mike's career as a professional that he is entering this show as the hot favorite to win this one, despite the fact that the winning champion is gonna be there. So once again, Mike's condition for 4 weeks out looks so damn stellar. And just like we saw when he was prepping for the Olympia last year. And the thing that stands out the most with Mike is that he has such an incredible balance, top to bottom, front to back, in every single pose. The man is just so damn complete. Now, I do not have to remind you guys that Mike was the first guy to beat Chris Bumstead in 2 out of a total of 5 classic shots. And that just happened at this past Miss Olympia. And the only pose that was absolute slam dunk by C-Bum, that was the side chest. All the other ones, they were really close. So if him and Neil Hill, they can repeat that same peak, it is gonna be extremely hard to beat him. So the condition in the back shot looks absolutely nuts. That is insanity right there. The density is unparalleled. And I have got to say, it is so hard to pick his physique apart, other than the fact that many people say he's built like a bodybuilder rather than a classic physique athlete. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.